हरि ओम राम 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 सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतम् अद्यतनकक्षायाम् आरब्धं कुर्मः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोर्मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं मुदा कुर्वे सेवां च कायेन वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम् यो नरः संस्कृतव्योम्नि ख्यालयन् रमते मुदा संस्कृतिं चैव संस्कारं विन्दते नात्र संशयः। A very good evening to all of you who are here in India, and a very good morning to those who are attending from the US or other continents where there is a time difference. So we learned to do the Parayanam of these shlokas in the last Saturday class. We will be continuing with the same so that there are some more students who are able to participate in today's class and get a grip of the correct pronunciation. So in the initial classes of Pravesha, we will have a lot of focus on the right way to pronounce the various letters and where there will be a lot of opportunities for all of us to practice and keep revising, keep repeating till we get a fair idea as to what is the source, which are the parts of the human anatomy that play a role in speech, and a conscious awareness of that will help in improvising pronunciation. So we will start with that. We will also do a little bit more beyond what we did in the last class, in today's class. And tomorrow morning, you have a class with Brindaji, where, after the orientation, formally the teaching will begin of the Pravesha syllabus. So let us have a few volunteers again today to practice these 3 shlokas. Those who haven't attempted it last week, if those amongst you could come forward, then we can have some more students getting the opportunity to practice the ucharanam of the shlokas. So let us see who we have today with us. Geeta ji, would you like to come forward? Geeta ji? Hari Om. So shall we start with the Guruvandanam first? Yeah. So as usual, the format will be the same. I will recite each line and I will request you to repeat it twice. And then finally, we will read the entire shloka once and we will request you to repeat it once for the final time. All right. So let's start with this. Gururev gatir gurumeva bhaje. Geeta ji? Yes, Geeta ji, are you able to unmute yourself?
Astu.
Gururev gatir gurumeva bhaje.
Gururev gatir gurumeva bhaje. Gururev gatir gurumeva bhaje.
Guru naiva sahasmi namo gurave.
Gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave. Gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave.
न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः
न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः
मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो
मतिरस्ति गुरो मम पाहि गुरो मतिरस्ति गुरो मम पाहि गुरो.
So that gurau, the aukara has to be a little more distinct. You may kindly just pay attention to that bit. Now I will read the entire shloka once and request you to repeat it once after me. Gururev gatir gurumev bhaje गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोर्मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो.
Bhagini, here Sitsurasmi Guror is that what it
yes,
is?
Guru, because when we read it together, then the two dots that you see in the side, which are called visarga, that changes to a r, which is called retha in Sanskritam. So when you read it together, then it will be na guru paramam shishurasmi guror matirasti guru mama pahi guru. That is how it will go. Yeah. So the rules and why that happens, we will learn it at the next level. But this is something that we will consciously start practicing. So the method of ucharanam, the way to pronounce is what we will focus on, so that the learning of that and the learning of the technical aspects of the language both should kind of happen hand in hand. That's the reason. So, would you like to attend the entire shloka? Yes, please.
Yes. Gurureva gatir gurumeva bhaje Gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guroh paramam sisurasmi guro matirasti guro mama pahi guro.
No, once is enough. So since you took a long pause at Shishurasmi Guru, then you rather pronounce it as Guroho.
Okay.
If your intention is to take a slightly longer pause, because of even convenience of taking a breath, then you rather consciously pronounce that visarga as Guroho.
Okay.
Yeah. If you are able to read the last two lines in one breath itself, then we kind of shift to the retha sound, the r sound. Yeah. Thank you, Geeta ji. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes, no, will you please, I said Sisurasmi Guror, if you can just say that once so I learn it better.
Sure, I will say that. I will certainly say that. Na guru paramam shishurasmi guror matirasti guru mama pahi guru.
Shall I repeat it, Bhagini?
Sure.
Na guru paramam sisurasmi guror matirasti guru mama pahi guru.
Excellent.
Dhanyavada, Bhagini. Dhanyavada.
Dhanyavada. Thank you so much. You may kindly mute yourself. Yeah. R. Krishnan Mohoday. R. Krishnan Mohoday. Are you able to unmute yourself?
Namaste. Ram Ram.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram
So, yeah, we will do this same shloka once again. So, as usual, I will go pada by pada. When we do it pada by pada, I would request you to do the anucharanam twice.
Okay.
Finally, when we do the entire shloka in at one go, at that time you may kindly repeat it once. Right?
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Let's begin. Gururev gatir gurumev bhaje.
गुरुरेव गतिर् गुरुमेव भजे गुरुरेव गतिर् गुरुमेव भजे.
So it has to be bhaje and not bhaje because that is a mahaprana varna. So it has to be bhaje. That is why it has been highlighted in yellow color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it should not be bhaje. It should be bhaje. Right?
Okay.
Guru naiva sahasmi namo gurave.
Guru naiva sahasmi namo gurave. Guru naiva sahasmi namo guruve.
It is gurave. So you
Gurave.
can see the English. Yeah. If you see the English spelling also, it is Gurave. So gurave. And if you see the script here, the Sanskrita script, the Devanagari script, it is gurave. It is not guruve. It has to be
Gurave.
gurave. Yeah. Because when you offer pronounce, that time you say gurave.
Okay.
Na guru paramam shishurasmi guru.
Na guru paramam shishurasmi guroho. Na guruhu paramam shishurasmi guroho.
Na guru paramam shishurasmi guru.
Na guru paramam shishurasmi guroho. Na guru paramam shishurasmi guroho.
Matirasti gurau mama pahi guru.
Madhirasti gurau mama pahi gurau. Madhirasti gurau mama pahi gurau.
So, are you familiar with the Devanagari script, Krishnanji?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah. So it is not Madi, it is Mati. This is ta.
Madhirasti.
Yeah. So that
Oh,
ta has to be clearly audible as ta, Mati. It should not lean towards Madi because the
okay,
meaning will change. Yeah.
okay, fine.
The meaning will change. So in Sanskritam, which is why we are focusing so much on Ucharanam, because each letter will kind of impart a certain meaning to the word. Okay? So it is
Okay.
Mati and not Madhi. Now I will repeat the entire shloka and request you to do the Anucharana once. Okay?
Okay. Mm.
Gurudeva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaje Guru Naiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guru Paramam Shishurasmi Gurur Matirasti Gurau Mama Pahi Guru.
Okay. Guru reva gatir gurumeva bhaje guru naiva sahasmi namo guruve na guru
Gurave.
param gurave na guru paramam shishurasmi guror matirasti gurau mama pahi gurau.
Very good attempt, Krishnanji. Very good attempt. You're consciously trying to make a change, which is a very, very positive thing. So keep up the practice and I'm certain you will get it. Thank you very much. You may kindly mute yourself. Jyoti ji, you have raised your hand, Jyoti ji.
Yeah, correct.
Right. So you may kindly make an attempt. We will now go to the next shloka.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may also lower your hand since we are now speaking. I'm not able to lower your hand. Right. Bravimi Sanskritam Vacha.
Bravimi Sanskritam Vacha. Bravimi
Yeah.
san
Yes, yes, please go
Bravimi
ahead.
sanskrutam vacha.
ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा
Dhyayami sanskrutam hrida. Dhyayami sanskrutam hrida.
कुर्वे सेवाञ्च कायेन
Kurve sevancha kayena. Kurve sevancha kayena.
वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्
Vande Sanskrita Mataram. Vande Sanskrita Mataram.
Very nice. Now I will repeat the entire shloka and request you to do the Anucharanam once.
Okay.
ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा कुर्वे सेवाञ्च कायेन वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्
Bravimi Sanskritam Vacha. Dhyayami Sanskritam Rada. Kurve Sevancha Kayena. Vande Sanskrita Mataram.
So in Hrida, it's extremely good, your pronunciation. The Hrida, it is not Rida, it is Hrida. So the Hakara has to be a little more audible because it sounds like Rida. It should not be Rida. Rida again, like I said, if you read R, only R, the meaning is different. R is the heart. So the Hakara needs to be a little more clear and distinct to the listener. Yeah, so that's the only feedback I have.
Yeah, can I repeat that second line again, madam?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, madam, you go ahead.
yeah, please. Please.
Dhyayami sanskritam hrida.
Yeah, Hrida. You will get it. You will get it over time.
That means the her should be heard clearly than the r.
It has to, yes. Yeah, the R also should be heard. See, there are two letters there. There is a H and there's a R. So both have to be audible. So it is Hrida.
Madam, can you repeat that line once, please?
ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा
Dhyayami sanskritam hrida.
Yes, that is how it has to be. Thank you, Jyoti ji. Thank you very much.
Thank
So
you,
one
madam.
more person. Thank you. Kindly mute yourself. Krishnan Mahoday also may kindly mute yourself. Prabha Murali. Could you kindly unmute yourself? Prabha Murali.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Are you? Yes. So would you like to attempt this? Namaskaram. Let's go again with the same shloka. ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा
ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा
ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा
ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा.
So two things. Dhyayami. Dha is a Mahaprana. So Dhyayami. Point number 2. Sanskritam. So it's not Sanskritam. It is Sanskritam. It is a ta over here. Yeah. So even if you see here, it's a T. So Sanskritam.
Can I give it a try?
Yes, please.
ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदया
Hrida.
हृदा.
So, yeah, dhyayami, you need to work on it, which you can practice at home. kurve sevancha kayena.
Kurave sevam chakayena. Kurave sevam chakayena.
It is kurve, not kurave.
Kurve.
Yeah. Yes. Kurve.
Kurve sevam chakayena. Kurve sevam chakayena.
Vande Samskrita Mataram.
Vande Samskrita Mataram. Vande Samskrita Mataram.
Very good. Now I will chant the entire shloka and request you to do the Anucharanam one time. Okay. Bravimi Sanskritam Vacha Dhyayami Sanskritam Hruda Kurve Sevancha Kayena Vande Samskrita Mataram.
Bravimi Samskritam Vacha Dhyayami Samskritam Hrida Kurve Sevam Chakayena Vande Samskrita Mataram.
Thank you, Prabhaji. So you need to read the shloka well, and then, when you focus, you will find it easier to chant. Thank you very much. It's a very good
Thank you.
attempt. Thank you. You may kindly mute yourself. Anil Maharaj. Anil Maharaj.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram, Ram, Ram. So we will take the next shloka after this.
Okay.
Yo naras Sanskrita vyomni.
Yo nara sanskritam vyomi. Yo nara sanskrita vyomni.
Hyalayam ramate muda.
Hyalayam ramate muda. Hyalayam ramate muda.
Sanskritim chaiva samskaram.
Samskritin chaiva samskaram. Samskritin chaiva samskaram.
Vindate natra sanshayah.
Vindate natra samshayah. Vindate natra samshayah.
Very good. Now we will attempt the entire shloka together completely in one go, and I'll request you to repeat it once. Okay. Yo naras Samskrita vyomni hyalayam ramate muda. Sanskritim chaiva sanskaram vindate natra sanshayah.
Yo nara samskrita vyomni hyalayam ramate muda. Samskritin chaiva samskaram vindate natra samshayah.
Very good, Anilji. It was a good attempt. What I will ask you to watch out for is when there is a hrasva ikara at the end, what happens is it's a human tendency for us to drag that particular letter, and by mistake, without we realizing, the hrasva starts sounding like a dirgha. So when there is a hrasva ikara or a hrasva ukara, we have to consciously cut this thing that we should not drag it, so that vyomi sounds like vyomi and not vyomi. So that's something which we need to focus on. Otherwise, it's a very good attempt.
Dhanyavada.
Dhanyavada. You can mute. Yes, Samaina and Sriram Mahoday has said that they are not able to find the mute unmute. The mute unmute button will be activated by me when I call out the participants sequentially. Otherwise, sometimes a lot of people will be, logging in through their tab or through the mobile. And at that time, without them realizing, sometimes, because of the finger, by mistake, if multiple people get unmuted, then it will cause a lot of sound disturbance in the class. So, which is why, as I call out people to speak in the class, that is when the button will be visible on your screen. Otherwise, till then, the button will not be visible on your screen. So, it's a feature by the platform to kind of activate and unactivate. So, don't get worried. As I call you, automatically you'll be able to unmute yourself. Thank you. Yes, now we can go for, I think one more person can practice this. So let me just see who I can call. Manju Sriram. Manju Sriram, I've requested you to unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please. So you may kindly keep your cameras turned off so that it doesn't impact the bandwidth.
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't get it.
Yeah, you could keep your, fine, that is fine. So we will attempt the same shloka once more. I will do the pada by pada recitation first and request you to repeat it twice. And then the entire shloka, we will do it once. All right? Yonara Samskrita Vyomi.
Yonara Samskrita Vyomni. Yonara Samskrita Vyomni.
Yalayam Ramate Muda.
Yalayam Ramate Muda. Yalayam Ramate Muda.
Sanskritin Chaiva Samskaram.
Sanskritim Chaiva Samskaram. Sanskritim Chaiva Samskaram.
Vindate Natra Sanshayah.
Vindate Natra Samshayah. Vindate Natra Samshayah.
Very good. Now we will do the entire shloka. Yonara Sanskrita Vyomni Kyalayam Ramate Muda. Sanskritin Chaiva Sanskaram Vindate Natra Sanshayah.
Yonara Samskrita Vyomni Kyalayam Ramate Muda. Sanskritim Chaiva Samskaram Vindate Natra Samshayah.
Thank you, Manjuli. That was a good attempt. So, a couple of points. When there is Naraha followed by Samskrita, Sa, then this becomes a double Sa. So, Naras Samskrita is how it goes. Second point is, which I had mentioned in the last class also, there is a dot followed by Cha. So, it becomes Sanskritin Chaiva Sanskaram. That's the other point that you need to remember, because though it is Sanskritim, where I'm closing my mouth, but because it is cha, 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 cha here, it becomes Sanskritim Chaiva. So there's a slight difference in the pronunciation, very, very slight, but it is there. So that is something we need to consciously become aware about. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a very good attempt. Samshayah, sam. It is, I'm closing my mouth, samshayah, because it's a sh. The letter after the is a sh, so it stays as samshayah. So it's not sanshayah. Also, some people do pronounce. Certain places there are optional pronunciations also, which again we will learn in detail later on. But for now, we can keep the pronunciation as samshayah. So I hope that answers your query, Priyaji. Now we will learn two new shlokas today, which are from lesson 1 of the Pravesha textbook. So what we will learn today is only the anucharanam of these two shlokas. We will not go into the detailed meaning, etc., because that will be covered in the teaching classes. But right now, we will focus on the pronunciation, the correct way of pronouncing these two particular shlokas. So I shall go back to see who are the people who have raised their hands. Anita Vijay.
Namaskaram.
Anita Vijay. Namaskar. Namaskar. So we can try this new shloka today. Most of you will know it, but very often there are lots of mispronunciations in this shloka. So it's very important that we get it right. Before we begin, let me just see. Correct. Yes, Satish Menanji. Yam followed by Ramate. So, Yam Ramate. That's how I said it. So we will understand it a little more as we go. Yam Ramate. So I did close my mouth. It was Ramate. Yeah. When there was a cha, I said Sanskritin chaiva. So if my video is on, you will be able to observe how my mouth is moving in the pronunciations. Yeah. So let's now start. It is a very commonly chanted prayer, very commonly chanted shloka. But let us understand what's the correct way of pronouncing this particular shloka. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu
Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu
Gurur Devo Maheshwarah
Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Gurur Devo Maheshwarah
Guru Sakshat Param Brahma
Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Guru Sakshat Param Brahma
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Right? Very good. Good attempt, Anita ji. We will do the entire shlokam also. A couple of points for the class that I want everyone in the class to observe. If you see the first word, it is Brahma with an akara. The second line, if you see, it is Param Brahma with an a. It is not an a. So these are certain points which are important in the shloka, which you need to remember. Also, if you see, Gurur is how I go. And then it is Maheshwaraha. Okay. Shri with a dirgha ikara. Shri Gurave Namaha. So these are the important points in this particular shloka that even if you are not chanting in class, as you listen to the anucharanam done by the participants, I would request all of you to pay attention. These are the points. Yeah. So we will now read the entire shloka, Anita ji, and I will request you to repeat the entire shloka at one go, once after me. Okay?
Sure.
Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat param brahma tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Very good. Thank you, Anita ji. That was good. Okay, there is a question. Why do we say Sanskrit in English, but we pronounce Sanskritam in Sanskrit? Okay, so the word is Sanskritam. The correct word is Sanskritam. If you are referring to the language, then the language is called Sanskritam. That's the correct word. People write it as Sanskrit and pronounce it as Sanskrit. That is more of a local colloquial way. How did this particular style evolve? How did people start giving an anglicized touch to the word? I don't know. It must have happened because of the influence of English language. But the language is called Sanskritam and not Sanskrit. So that is, yes, it's a very pertinent and very good question that you have asked, Atlani ji. But this is how it is. The language is called Sanskritam. That's the correct word when you're referring to the language. Yes, we can have one more person to attempt it. Manasi Debnath. Manasi Debnath.
Ram, Ram.
Yeah. Ram. So let us attempt the same shloka once more, Mansi ji. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu.
So one point is, it is Brahma and not Brahma. So there is a slight force at the bra that you're giving, which I would request you to consciously control your the prana vayu that is moving out. Just try to focus on that and make the bra sound a little softer. So it is Brahman, because of the repa, there is a tendency to put pressure on that bra, which you could work on. Okay. Gurur Devo Maheshwarah.
Gurur Devo Maheshwarah. Gurur Devo Maheshwarah.
Guru Sakshat Param Brahma.
Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Very good. Once more. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Excellent. Thank you very much. You may kindly mute yourself again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bama Rangarajan, I have requested you to unmute yourself. Ramji. So we will now try the next sloka, which is there in your Pravesha textbook in lesson 1. Right? So we will now attempt this one. I hope my screen is visible to everybody and there are no breaks in my voice today. Yeah. Ajnanatimirandhasya
Ajnanatimirandasya. Ajnanatimirandasya.
So it has to be dhasya. If you see, it is a mahaprana dha. So you have to pronounce it with a little bit of force.
Okay.
Ajnanatimirandasya.
Ajnanatimirandasya. Ajnanatimirandasya.
Dhasya. It has to become dhasya. Okay. We will come back to it. Don't worry. Jnananjanashalakaya.
Jnananjanashalakaya. Jnananjanashalakaya.
Chakshurunmilitam yena.
Chakshurunmilitam yena. Chakshurunmilitam yena.
Okay. The first one here, if you can see my cursor, it is me with a dirgha e. The li is small li. It's a hrasvali. So
Okay.
chakshurunmilitam yena.
Chakshurunmilitam yena. Chakshurunmilitam yena.
Very good. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Very good. Now we will do the entire shloka.
Okay.
Ajnanatindirandhasya jnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Very good. Thank you. You may kindly mute yourself again, please.
Thank you, Ji.
Kalyani Rajagopalan. Kalyani Rajagopalan, are you
Namaste,
there?
Guruji. Ram Ram, Guruji.
Ram Ram Ram. Namaste. So you let us again do the same shloka once again for practice. One second. Yeah. Ajnanatinirandhasya.
Ajnanatimirandhasya. Ajnanatimirandhasya.
Jnananjanashalakaya.
Jnananjanashalakaya. Jnananjanashalakaya.
Chakshurunmilitam yena.
Chakshurunmilitam yena. Chakshurunmilitam yena.
It is chakshu with cha. So slightly it's sounding like sha.
Okay.
It's not chakshur.
Chakaram first letter.
Chakaram.
Chakshurunmilitam yena. Chakshurunmilitam yena.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
It is Shri and not Sri. It's not
Shri.
It is Shri Gurave.
Shri.
It is
Shri, yeah?
all Allah.
Am I right?
It's not
Shri.
Sri. No, no. It should never be Sri. It is never Sri. It is always Shri.
Little bit inner side. Should I fold my tongue inner side? Shri, Shri.
How we say to a child, right? When children make noise, what do we tell them? We say that, right? Shoo. How do you pronounce shoo?
Shri. Shri.
Shri. Correct. It is Shri. It happens because of our local language influence.
Okay.
But in Sanskritam, the word is Shri.
Shri. Am I right?
Shri. Correct. Because when you take, then Stri means lady. Stri means lady. Right? But here it is Shri.
Shri.
Shri is, Shri.
Shri.
Because it's auspiciousness. Shri. Correct.
Shri.
We will do the entire shloka once and I will request you to repeat it once after me. Okay? Ajnanatimmirandhasya jnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Ajnanatimmirandhasya jnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Excellent. I would request
if I have any doubt, 1 minute. If I have any doubt in the previous shloka, should I ask in the question answer session or now?
You may ask in the question answer session. You may send us a mail. If the doubt comes to you after class hours, you can send us a mail. You have our mail IDs with you. If you want to check on your pronunciation, you can record your pronunciation and send it to us by email. We will listen to it and we will correct it. So many options are there.
I will get it clarified during the question answer session.
Not a problem. You can clarify it in question answer sessions. If you are not, so because there are lots of participants, sometimes it might get missed. So if that happens, you can send us a mail separately also. We will certainly answer it.
Thank
Samaina,
you.
Samaina, thank.
Ram Mahode.
I'm sorry, I must have not got your pronunciation right. How do I pronounce it? Okay, Swaminatha. Astu.
Shlokam svayameva patitum prayatanam karomi va?
Karotu.
Ajnanatimirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Excellent. Very good. Timirandhasya tatra mahapranasti mahapranasya uchcharanam kinchiteva adhikam spashtataya bhavet iti chintanam asti mama.
Punah ekavaram etat shabdam
karotu.
Ajnanatimmirandhasya shuddham va mahodaya?
Dhasya, dha. Mahapranasti, dha.
Dha. Dhanyavadah.
Mute karotu. Yes, you have asked, Atlaniji, you've asked the difference between s and the sh sound. Yeah. There are 3 sounds actually. One is, my name, for example, is Sudha. Sudha, which goes like a hissing sound. Yeah. Shiva is another sibilant. So these are called sibilants. Shiva is another pronunciation. And Krishna is sh as you pronounce shu. So sh is another pronunciation where the tongue does not touch the top, the hard palate of the mouth. It goes there, but it doesn't touch it. So that's the third pronunciation. Let me see if I can unmute you, Atlaniji. I need to see where you are. Yes, I will unmute you. I have just tried to, I have requested you to kindly unmute yourself.
Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha. Yeah. So there are 3 pronunciations. Like I said, my name is Sudha, which is with a sound.
Yes, madam.
Right? You
Sudha.
got that?
Yes, Sudha.
Yeah. Then there is Shiva, which is with a sh, like how you hush a child, right?
Shivaha. Okay.
Shivaha.
Shivaha.
Shivaha. Yeah.
Okay.
Shivaha. The third pronunciation is what is there in Krishna.
Sure.
So that is
Krishna.
Krishna. Krishna.
Krishna. Krishna. Krishna.
Yes, that is, yes.
Krishna.
That is like shoe.
Shoe.
I wear my shoes, yeah. So when you say shoe in English, your tongue doesn't touch the hard palate. It goes
Perfect.
towards the hard palate, but it doesn't really touch it. So there's a slight rounding of the air as it comes out, right? So the sound is slightly rounded. That is shu. Krishna.
Krishna.
Yeah. Shanmukha. So these are the places where we will learn more about it in this. Most welcome. So we will learn about all these pronunciations in the Pravesha course. I mean, they're quite critical in terms of being able to do the Uchcharanam right. So it's nice that all of you are making this observation. That's very good. You may kindly mute yourself. So let us do the earlier shloka once again. Let me see if I can get some more people. Yeah. Shankar Duraiswami. Try to unmute you. Shankar Duraiswami. Sorry, I'm sorry. Got muted. Yeah. Shankar Duraiswami, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yeah, I unmuted. Thank you.
Right.
Okay.
So let us do the Guruvandana once again. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
So lots of places where you need to focus on your pronunciation.
Okay.
Gurur Brahma. So there is a ha and a ma. If you can read here, if you're familiar with the Devanagari script, otherwise it's also there in English. It is a ha and a ma, so it's not Brahma. It is Gurur Brahma.
Okay. Gurur Brahma.
Brahma.
Gurur Brahma. Brahma.
Yes.
Gurur Brahma. Okay.
Gurur Vishnu.
Gurur Vishnu. Gurur Vishnu.
Gurur Devo Maheshwara.
Gurur Devo Maheshwara. Gurur Devo Maheshwara.
Maheshwara. This is a sha and not a sha.
Okay. Gurur Devo Maheshwara. Maheshwara.
Swaraha.
Oh, okay. Gurur Devo Maheshwara.
Yeah. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma.
Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma.
So here, Shankarji, you are putting a r sound here. It doesn't come. It is Guru Sakshat. That s becomes double. So it's a forcible sa. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. That's how it has to go.
Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma.
Brahma. Brahma, but I'm trying to get your attention to the sa. It is Sakshat.
It's Sakshat.
Sakshat.
Sakshat. Okay, sorry. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma.
Like how in English we pronounce snake.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We say snake. So Guru Sakshat. That's a sa. It's a clear sakara.
Okay.
That's
Guru
my...
Sakshat Param Brahma.
Excellent, excellent. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha.
Here it is Shri Gurave. Okay? We will do the entire sloka once. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha.
So you need to work on this. What's one suggestion that I would give you, Shankarji, is the video will be uploaded. The audio and the video of this class will be uploaded. So please listen to that, and then on your mobile or any device, if you have, record your own voice. You play it yourself.
Okay.
Because and then compare it with how the sloka has been pronounced in the class. So you will be able to do a lot of self-correction. See, what happens is, even when I try to guide, when your mind is able to make out the difference, that will kind of stay in your memory a lot more clearly.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Most welcome. Yes, there are a few questions that I will take. Anne Mary G has asked a question. Let me just see what she says. I have a question about JN in Ajnana. Okay. Some people pronounce it as Ajnana. It is not Ajnana. That is certainly a wrong pronunciation. It is Ajnana. So the pronunciation has to be Ajnana. Though in English we are limited by the letters that we have, but it is J and Nya. When these two letters get together, J and Nya, you get Nya. So the pronunciation is Ajnana.
Yes, it's more like J, but I hear some people pronounce from their throat Ajnana, which I think is wrong.
Incorrect pronunciation. That is an incorrect pronunciation. It is most certainly an incorrect pronunciation. Because this particular syllable, this is an akshara. It's a combination of two consonants. It is ja and nya. So nya.
Yes.
That would be the correct pronunciation. I hope I clarified. Yes. Let me see. There are a few other questions that I will answer. Given that, yes, Sriramji says, given that we have both English and Sanskritam in the same slide, I tend to go with the English. How do we get to read in Sanskritam? So you need to train your eye, Sriramji, and to begin with, when you start the Pravesha class, you need to be very familiar with the Devanagari script. So that will make your learning of the language a lot more easier. In case you are not familiar with the Devanagari script, then there is a course on learning the Devanagari lipi by vyoma-samskrta-pathasala, which is a recently concluded course, and recordings of that course are available at the Vyoma website. You can look for that course. I think I will just see if the link for those courses are there in our dashboard. If not, I will have it put up this week. And you need to familiarize yourself with the Devanagari script. That will make learning Sanskrita Bhasha a lot more easily. How do we, Indumati ji has a question, how do we pronounce N and Nya correctly? When we do the letters in the class, in the Sunday classes, we start with familiarization of the Varnamala, and that is when Brindaji will be covering this in much greater detail. So I'm just getting you to pronounce the shlokas, but the pronunciation of each Varna is going to be done in the Sunday class. So please make it a point to attend the Sunday class without fail. That's where we will cover the pronunciation. Kalyani ji has said that I have doubt in pronouncing Guru Brahma, Param Brahma. Both script and Sanskritam, because the word is different, Kalyani ji. So if you see, Brahma is with an akara. If you are able to see my screen, Brahma has an akara and this is Param Brahma. These are two completely different words with completely different meaning. The word by word meaning of the shloka is going to be taught to you in the class because this particular shloka is part of your Pravesha syllabus. We will, and when we learn the word by word meaning, that is when you will understand what is the difference in the two words. But they are two completely different words with completely different meanings. So that is about those two words. Yes, I want you to know what is the syllabus. Will we be learning the grammar part also? All I want you to know is about the books at this level. So Krishnaveni ji, the orientation class, the first class that happened on the 27th of November, the video recording is there on the dashboard. So when you log in to the course page, when you log into vyoma-samskrta-pathasala website with your login ID and password, the courses that you have subscribed to will come on your left-hand side. So the video is there, and there Brindaji has very clearly elaborated as to what is being covered in the Pravesha course, how to procure the textbook, everything. I suggest you go through the entire video and your questions will be answered. Yes, Guru Brahma, Anilji has asked, in Guru Brahma is the Hakara pronounced after yes. So again, there are times when the Hakara is pronounced first, when the Hakara is pronounced later. All this we will be covering in the Pravesha course. So right now, you can just follow this particular shloka, and the final points will be covered in the course syllabus. Jyotiji says, Madam, I know the last two shlokas, but it is not in the Pravesha book. It is certainly there in the Pravesha book. As we go through the shlokas, we will come. It is most certainly there. These two shlokas have been taken. That is Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, and Ajnana Timirandasya. These two shlokas are from the Pravesha book. Shankarji says, I am unable to order for the books. I sent an email. You need to call up Aksharam. Their phone numbers are there on the website. You must appreciate that Samskrita Bharati is run by volunteers. So sometimes when they are inundated with mails, especially at the beginning of any course, because a new batch will be starting shortly. So there may be a time lag in responding to the mail. So the phone numbers of all the Samskrita Bharati branches are given on the website. You may just pick up the call, pick up your phone and dial them, call them up. Around 10:30, 11 in the morning would be a better time, and they will be able to help you. Ordering online also on the Samskrita Bharati website, there is a facility to order it online. Payment option is also given. You can do that. How to pronounce the heading of this slide? I didn't understand your question, Srini Ravi ji. Which heading are you talking about? Sangrakhya Vishayaha. Don't worry about it. We will come to that. You will learn the pronunciation also. Don't worry about it. The name of the textbook that you are using is the Pravesha textbook, which you need to procure from Samskrita Bharati. Again, please look at the video of class 1 where details are given. Harish Babu has asked, what does it mean, the Sangrakhya Vishayaha? It will be answered in the teaching classes on Sunday. So don't worry about it. We will now go to the closing prayer. Yeah, it's time for us to close the session. So we will close the prayer, close it today. Let's see if we can have someone volunteer. M. Lalita. M. Lalita? Could you unmute yourself?
Ram,
yes. Ram. Let us quickly do the closing prayer once, and then we will close the session. Yeah. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Everybody else, I would request to kindly mute yourselves because otherwise it will cause a lot of problems. Except for M. Lalita ji, I would request everyone else to kindly mute yourself. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah.
Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah.
Sarve santu niramayah.
Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve santu niramayah.
Sarve bhadrani pashyantu.
Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu.
Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet.
Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet.
So, like I explained in the last class also, it is dukkha. That little bit we have to concentrate on. I'll repeat the entire shloka and ask you to repeat it after me once. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet.
Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kash dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti.
1 minute, Lalita ji. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. And you can stop over there.
Okay. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet.
Dhanyavadaha. You may kindly mute yourself. So with this, we shall close today's session. You all have a class tomorrow morning. That is Sunday morning. That is Brindaji's class. She will be conducting the class tomorrow, which should be Saturday evening, I think, in the US time. So request all of you to be present for the class. And if you have any doubts and queries, even in this class, please feel free to send us an email and we will try to respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. With this, we shall close today's session. These are the email IDs where you can write to us in case you have any difficulties, any questions, any doubts. And we shall meet again tomorrow and then again on every Saturday and every Sunday. India time is when we have class. Saturday evenings and on Sunday mornings. Dhanyavadaha. Ram Ram Ram. Shubham Bhuyat.